Hello everyone, it's QuestQuenchers here today, and I want to talk about Fable. So, we have seen some pre-alpha footage of Fable as well as an announcement of a delay until 2026. I'd like to say that I like the combat animations, specifically the attack animation, although the dodge and block animations could use some work. The texturing, the world environment, and the creature design look pretty great. The cutscenes looked pretty standard, and maybe a little bit too much shaky cam. I like to say I'm happy with what I've seen, but I'm quite surprised that it's not further along. I do think there should be a character creator. We should be the hero of Albion, or at least have a say what we look like, and it seems a natural progression of the series. I do think there's been some issues with the development, as it's been almost 5 years since the announcement, yet the game is still in pre-alpha. I'm guessing a lot of people thought it would be more along. The issues may have been learning how to make an open world game, as the studio is known for making car games, so there might be a bit more of a leap between making car games and making an open world RPG, hack and slash kind of game, which, anyone can see that there is. There's clearly is a big way more. There's more moving parts, I'd say, a lot more. Other people are fearing that the culture war that's going on in the gaming industry may have affected the game, slowing the development further, having unqualified people working on it or changing things, which isn't great. What we have seen from the pre-alpha footage is just a small vertical slice of the game. We have seen these places before in other trailers. Part of me is feeling concerned about the development, and I am hoping with an extra year that they have been given, they can implement some features people really want and create a great Fable game full of good and bad choices. We will see more in 2026. Now, I'm just going to go off script and talk about sort of what my opinions and stuff now. So, I am a little bit worried about it, that it's not further along, which is quite surprising because they have shown it off in other showcases and stuff. So it's quite surprising. And, as much as I really like Fable, I would have liked to be able to make my own character. Now, the character that I see, is just going to be, probably a sarcastic woman, and that's fine. We have plenty of male sarcastic characters and stuff like that. I just want, for me, I love creating my own character within these worlds. Like, the best game that I really enjoy is Skyrim. I can make whatever character I want to be. I am the hero of Skyrim, and it's quite fun. I like that. And there's an open world, choices and stuff. Now with Fable, is going for more a narrative kind of thing, which it looks like it is. So it's like it's kind of like a remake, a reimagining of Fable. I really don't like the idea of being a static character, being a, like Geralt from The Witcher. If I could go back and play those games as my own person without Geralt, of course the story won't be there, so it had to be completely different. I would have liked to make my own character within the Witcher universe, basically, and I would have enjoyed that a lot more. But of course, it would be difficult with the story. It would basically be like Cyberpunk, but in third person. You're whoever, and there's a story around you, basically. And it can work, because we've seen it work. We've got the custom characters, such as like V from Cyberpunk. So it's just like, it can be done. And it is done in gaming, so why not go with something? It's just a little like extra for the customer, for the players. Like, oh, I get to make my own character. Let's make him any way I want it to be. So yeah, it's concerning that they haven't thought about that freedom of choice, because Fable is kind of like a freedom of choice to do bad or good, decorate your character how you want, kind of thing. You usually go for best armors and stuff, but still, dress how you want, kind of thing. It's just like, in every footage, we've just seen this woman in the same outfit, no better looking armor, no better looking sword or anything. So I really don't think they've grasped what people want from Fable, which is rather concerning. So I think they need to do some customer sort of feedback, and it needs to be honest feedback, because they are going to receive feedback that isn't what they wanted to do, I think, unfortunately. So I think it's the best thing to stop it being a flop, to be honest, because people really judge it by how, the people look and stuff. Of course, I don't. I love playing as whoever I want, to be honest. Whoever it is. Like, I loved the Witcher series, playing as Geralt and stuff, even though I would have preferred my own custom character. It was still good, but it's not like I haven't returned to it in a long time. Anyway. But still, it's, I do think they need to have a custom character creator, maybe even a silent protagonist, or a voice protagonist like the Mass Effect series, because even Mass Effect, we get to make our own character, and that's a compelling story, great story. So it's just like, they've got to make sure they do it right, and I think having a custom Fable character creator is the way forward. Choosing, a male voice, a female voice, or male or female body kind of thing, whatever. It's just like, it just seems the right thing to do. It seems like an obvious choice to make, and I hope they are implementing it this year, as well as polishing up all the animations and stuff, because the dodge don't look good. It looks more like a dance, really, like, oh, I'm pirouetting, I'm turning my back on my enemy so they can strike me. It's silly, and it looks silly to me. So yeah, that's sort of, so this is my off-script kind of thing. I do think they need a custom character. I do think they need to work on the animations and stuff, make sure it's really good, fluid. I do think they need to make sure when the enemy is standing in front of you, there is some sort of reaction, like a combat stance, basically, like I'm ready to fight kind of thing, or anticipating attacks. Like, I'm pretty sure, like in other games, there's like when you draw your sword, Geralt's head follows the enemy. They look at the enemy, they move around, and the body reacts to it and stuff like that. And I think definitely having that is a good thing to have, and hopefully they do add that reactionary kind of thing, because it's the third person and we're going to be watching all these animations. And if it's from a AAA, imagine it's going to be a AAA thing, because it's been pumped full of money by Microsoft, so it has to be AAA. So these are the little things people pick up on. Like with Avowed, the reason why I haven't purchased it is because the third person sort of camera looks terrible. I've seen all the animations and I'm like, this doesn't look right. The reason why I enjoyed Dragon's Dogma 2 so much, and the reason why I love Helldivers, is because of the animations. Animations look amazing, they feel real, and I enjoy the hell out of good animation. That's why I really like Fable, first Fable, the running animation, the fighting animation and stuff. I really liked them. And the second and the third. Animation-wise, the third I didn't particularly like story-wise. But still, it was really good. And I do think it's something they make sure they put the effort in, and not making sure, they need to just make sure they have the right people that go beyond it, to, that have passion for it. And if they don't, get them off it to get someone else that has passion and doesn't want to deliver a certain message or anything like that. They just want to deliver a fun gaming experience as a hero of Albion, That's what needs to be done. So hopefully they have all that, and it's just like, oh, we slowed down because we were learning. Like the initial 3 years, we were converting the engine to an open world game. The first 3 years, and it's only been really developing for 2 years maybe, or something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping there isn't any, culture war, anger, or, tomfoolery that's going on in it. So yeah. Right, that's all from me. I'm just a bit concerned about Fable, because I really like Fable. I really enjoyed the series and stuff, and I want to see it brought back alive with modern graphics and stuff like that. Or, maybe a little bit of what do you call it? Fable style, maybe a little bit more. But keeping maybe, I don't know, I like realism, but with stylized realism maybe, but not on the scale of Dragon Age Veilguard, that kind of thing. I think maybe stay away from that kind of design for a long time. Gamers should, developers should. So yeah, right. That's sort of all from me. That's all my opinions, my thoughts and stuff. It's just, I'm worried about it, but I'm going to try and stay optimistic until we see more in 2026 or late 2025, Right, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.